So you're asking the question, should annuities be a part of your retirement portfolio? Good question. Just promise me never to ask agents or advisors that question, because guess what they're going to say? You should have one. You might not need one. Hey, Stan the annuity man here. Stan knows. Forget Bo knows. Stan knows, because I'm America's annuity agent. Now hang in there with me. We're going to go through some scenarios. So hang in there with me. We're going to go through some real life examples of how it fits in your portfolio. But guess what? At the end, you might figure out that you do not need an annuity, and that's okay too. All right, so how do we even figure out if you need an annuity? Two questions. First question, what do I want the money to contractually do? Second question, when do I want those contractual guarantees to start? That's it. Those are the only questions that you need. In addition to that, no more questions needed, but I've come up with an acronym, easy to remember and understand. It's called PIL. P stands for Principal Protection, I stands for Income for Life, L stands for Legacy, and the other L stands for Long-Term Care. In my opinion, number one agent out here, Stan the Annuity Man, America's Annuity Agent, that's how you determine if you even need an annuity. So let's look at the PIL side of it, because from a portfolio standpoint, that's what you're looking at. Should annuities fit in my portfolio? So let's look at principal protection. Do you need principal protection? Do you have bonds and CDs and money markets and municipal bonds and treasuries? If you do, and you want that to be a part of your portfolio, then you could consider multi-year guarantee annuities or fixed indexed annuities, which are CD products, that could be part of that principal protection part. Now, principal protection, income for life, legacy, and long-term care, do you need income as part of your portfolio? If so, then annuities could be a very good fit, because annuities were put on the planet for income, and it's the only product on the planet that provides lifetime income regardless of how long you live. No other product does that. That's the benefit proposition that's unique and sets annuities apart from everything else. And the fact that I'm telling you that and the annuity industry is not telling you that tells you all you need to know about why people hate annuities. Because the annuity industry is not talking about what they do. And what we do, annuity people, Stan the Annuity Man, in most cases, is provide people the highest contractually guaranteed lifetime income quotes on the planet. Hard to say, but you know what I'm talking about. Income. So if you need income, annuities might fit. Just understand that the quotes are like a gallon of milk. They expire every 7 to 10 days, and they're commodity products. You have to quote them all the time with all carriers, and the payments are based on your life expectancy at the time you take the payment. Interest rates play a secondary role. Legacy. If part of your portfolio is legacy, leaving money to your kids, life insurance should be part of it. I don't sell life insurance, but it's the best return on investment you will never see because you're dead. But annuities do provide a legacy if you want to just put your money in fixed annuities, or if you want to buy a rider attached to a fixed annuity that has a death benefit. So the other L is long-term care. If long-term care is part of the portfolio, certainly annuities can play a role there as well. Now, where it doesn't fit in your portfolio, which is as important as where it does fit, growth. In my opinion, Stan the Annuity Man, if you want market growth, do not buy any type of annuity. Now, the sales gods of Annuityville just are raining down on me. But that's my opinion. I used to work for some of the large firms, the major brokerage firms on the planet, and that's where real growth happens in the stock market, in mutual funds and ETFs and things like that. There are always limitations on the upside when it comes to annuities. Now, I know the variable annuity people are yelling at me out there because I don't sell variable annuities. I only sell contractual guarantees. But even variable annuities, in my opinion, they have limitations on the choices that you can put your money in. And anytime there's limitations, then I think that's not a true growth product. Now, do variable annuities have their place? Absolutely they do. But in my opinion, not as pure growth. So where does it not fit in your portfolio? Market growth. Okay, you like that, didn't you? It's like a jersey. Annuity man, number one. I am number one. I'm America's annuity agent. I get a lot of calls like this. Recently, a guy called me and he said, "I hate annuities, Stan." "Really? Why are you calling me?" Well, he really didn't hate annuities. He's just following all this crazy advertisements that are out there. If you hate all annuities, you hate all restaurants, you hate all trucks, you hate all shoes, come on, you're smarter than that. But what he really needed was income, and he wanted, as part of his portfolio, he needed to fill an income gap. But he literally did not want to put money into annuity, but he came to find out that's really the only place he could put money to guarantee lifetime income stream for him and his wife. So because he had such a venomous approach toward annuities, I said, hey, let's just call him Harry. I said, hey, Harry, just calm down a little bit. Here's what we'll do. We'll use as little money as humanly possible to solve the goal. He liked that. So I said, okay, tell me exactly what your income floor is. What needs to come in every single month to pay the bills and you live a good life, you and your wife? And he told me the number. And I said, great. Of that number, what is the gap that needs to be filled? And it was like $2,400 or something of that amount. I said, great. Let's reverse engineer the quote and shop every single premium immediate annuity carrier and use as little amount of money to guarantee that $2,400 amount. He liked that. Why? Because we kept the rest of the powder dry. He could invest that money and do what he wanted, but he filled in that income gap. Now, what he's going to find out, and what I tell people all the time, is when you solidify that income gap and you have that income floor in place and that money's coming in every single month and you don't have to worry about the bills, you're a better investor. You don't have to worry about peeling off gains or the 4% rule. You're a better investor because you can make better decisions because you don't have to take money out of those investments. So my advice to you Gordon Gekko types out there that are traders and masters of the universe, fill in that income gap and that income floor, that guaranteed income floor, using annuity, transfer of risk, contractual guarantees, and you'll be a better investor for it. So I've done a video in addition to this one, I do a bunch. The best type of annuity for retirement. You might have already seen it. If not, go to that one and this will correlate nicely with what we've talked about for annuities. But just to understand this, buy an annuity for what it will do, not what it might do. Don't buy the sizzle, buy the steak. I've got all these little sayings, right? In other words, if it sounds too good to be true, it is every single time with annuities. If you need quotes or if you want to talk to us one-on-one and have us put together a specific customized plan for you, go to stantheannuityman.com. You can get your books and you can listen to podcasts and do all kinds of things. Hey, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button before you click off, because I do these videos all the time, and you can join the Stan the Annuity Man YouTube channel because I'm doing videos every single day, Monday through Friday, for the rest of my life.